We often have people seek our help to pursue a wrongful death claim due to the death of a loved one, and unknowingly they've already harmed their case before it's even gotten started. We want to make sure that you don't fall into this trap and do the same. One thing that we frequently see that can be very detrimental to a wrongful death claim is having the client delay too long and not pursue the case quickly enough because they have other things going on. When a wrongful death claim is involved, generally the person who would bring the claim is grieving. That person has lost a significant loved one, that person is having a lot of other things to deal with, and just doesn't feel like the mental energy is there to put into a wrongful death claim. They also may have concerns about going through the process and opening up wounds because they know that nothing that can be done in the court system will bring their loved one back. It's important to remember that there's more to a wrongful death case than trying to seek compensation for what has been taken. There is a factor of accountability in making sure this doesn't happen to other people. When people who have suffered the death of a loved one due to negligence or carelessness refuse to pursue those claims, then the responsible party doesn't get held accountable. It's up to us to make sure our community is as safe as possible, and when we have these instances, we need to make sure that there are consequences to the people involved. If there are no consequences, then actions don't change. It's not just about creating a change of the consequences of the person who created the harm, it's also about changing the habits or the actions of people who are doing similar things that learn through what happened that they don't want to be in the same situation. They change their actions ahead of time so that they don't find themselves in the same situation as the defendant in your case. It's very important to pursue these claims and hold people accountable to create a safe community. Another thing we see people frequently do is hire the wrong attorney or not hiring an attorney soon enough, and that will create a very big problem in their case because things are not being done right. It's an important part of the case to preserve evidence and make sure things are being done in the right order. But if you hire an attorney who's not experienced handling this type of wrongful death case that you're dealing with, things are going to get lost, things are going to get missed, and it's your case that's going to suffer. Go ahead and immediately hire an experienced wrongful death attorney, an attorney who can take your case all the way through trial if that's necessary. Don't delay and don't hire the wrong attorney, or you might see this case vanish. Finally, we often have clients who are not willing to do what's required to preserve or present their case in the most effective fashion. This is extremely important in wrongful death cases because the way you assign value in a death case is to be able to paint the picture of what the deceased person's life was like and what they are missing out on and not being able to live out the rest of it because their life has been tragically taken from them. That can only be developed through friends and family who know this person and are able to talk about what was special to this person and what made this person tick and what they're going to miss out on now. That can only be developed through people who knew the person, not just through the attorney. So it's important to make sure that you interact to the extent your attorney needs to be able to paint this picture. If you believe that you have a situation where you are in possession of a wrongful death claim due to the death of a loved one, please give me a call if you'd like to discuss the case and see if it's worth pursuing and if you have a viable claim. We are here to help.